clash of the candidates. Good evening, I'm Kenny Choi. Yunji Denise has the night off. Tonight, gubernatorial candidates squared off in a forum ahead of the upcoming general election. The four candidates talked about where they stood on important issues, and some even took issue with one another during the hour-long radio event. KITV4's Paul Drews has the Commitment 2014 story.
Nearly a dozen topics were covered in this forum, including what to do about Hawaii's growing homeless population.
Three proposals that I put on the table. The first one is a homeless court, a mobile homeless court. The second is to use our National Guard for a peer-to-peer mentoring program that would help our vets on the street. There are actually states who buy a one-way ticket for some of their homeless and send them here to Hawaii. So I want it to be known that if that's true, we're going to send them back to their state.
Candidates also voiced their opinion on taxpayer-supported early education.
It would cost $125 million to fund all of the 4-year-olds in private preschools across the state. Most importantly, the preschools are not in the areas that they're needed the most. So I am opposed to taxpayer dollars going to private preschool.
Some of the candidates saw common ground when it came to dispensaries for medical marijuana users.
I would listen to the arguments that are being made to put it in dispensaries. I think David is right in that regard. But then again, there are ways in which people can abuse that system, and I don't want to see that happen.
And almost all opposed any legalized gambling in Hawaii.
My proposal is to get a large cruise ship to allow gambling in Hawaii, but to have a caveat in there to be relooked at within 8 years to let it continue or not by the voters.
Issues weren't the only things candidates discussed. They also got in a few digs against their opponents.
I'm the only candidate here who really has served as the chairman of Ways and Means Committee and actually had to balance the budget.
I was very saddened to see the kind of cuts that the Lingo Iona administration made to mental health services programs.
I think there should be a fact check in regards to David's statement that he's increased the education budget for in the last few terms.
I really don't like to see the word war used on homelessness. I would like to see the word war used on the way we elect our officials.
Now, candidates also outlined their plans for affordable housing, energy independence, and what they would do first if they were elected governor. While all their answers differed, they did agree on one thing. Hawaii's governor needs to change the way things are done. They have another 6 weeks to get their message out to voters before that general election. Kenny?
All right, sounds good, Paul. Thank you. And our partners at Civil Beat has released a new poll today. Democrat David Ige leading Republican James Duke Iona 43% to 39%. Civil Beat polled 1,055 people with a margin of error of 3%. Ige fared better with Japanese and women, but 8% overall say that they're undecided. Libertarian Jeff Davis trailed far behind, as did independent Mufi Hanneman. Analyst Neil Milner says that he's not convinced a new political ad linking Ige to Neil Abercrombie will work.
And the transfer from the Abercrombie supporters into the new Democratic candidate has been pretty smooth. Ige has been amazingly good for a person who doesn't come on very strong.
KITV4 will be hosting a gubernatorial debate at 8 p.m. next Tuesday, September 30th.